So the episode opens after Kimbella's beating, where we get a good repeat of seeing Kimbella's feet just up and kick it, just kicking at Chrissy and her mole. The mole was like, look, I'm not involved. I'm trying to break it up. Kimbella gonna say, I was trying to bond with her. I was endorsing her choice by confessing that I, too, was a trifling trollop that had been with your man, one of the many. You know, there were so many trifling trollops, I figured I'd show up and say, pop goes the trollop. She was a sudden strumpet at her party, a sudden strumpet. I mean, really you think that telling her, oh, I was tramping around with your man too is gonna make her feel better? But Chrissy, you and your mole didn't, well, you lost it. Your mole kept it cool. But why did you feel the need to, why? That wasn't your relationship. That wasn't your man. Emily has sat around and taken that kind of piss-poor treatment for, well, as long as you have. Decades. So let her live her life. Worry about your strife and Jim Jones skid marks. Kimbella says, I still look pretty. Well, not anymore, heifer, not anymore. All that bad plastic surgery, mismanaged mommy makeovers, and botched Botox. Yandy said, I just want to be the peacemaker and get this right. No, you just want to be the messy heifer because you lost your production credit because Mona Scott Young scammed you too, boo. So now Chrissy's upset the next morning because Dipset is upset. After all, she's Jewel's baby mama. I mean, she finally became his wife for conjugal visit reasons, but only conjugal. So Chrissy's like, I don't want to cause a problem between Dipset and Jewel's, or Jim and Jewel's, or skid marks and Jailbird. But Chrissy and your mole, if you were so concerned, you should have listened to your mole and sat down if you were so concerned. I mean, if you know that, okay, this is family and maybe I don't really mess with her, why start problems with the in-laws? You just wanted an excuse to beat her butt. You had already decided to beat her butt. It was an ass whooping on schedule. You were assigned to whoop her ass, in the words of Karen King. So don't backpedal after you done bopped. So now we have Samaya and her Oompa Loompa Maurice, and they're getting her bottom teeth done at the dentist, thank God. So she's taking an investor, not a record deal, because no record company with any sense would waste their money or their studio time. Oh God, she trying to be Gwen Stefani, Celia Cruz, and her? No. And leave Selena's good name out of this. She suffered enough. Oh, her Oompa Loompa said, I'm gonna need you to get your little two-step together. You ain't gotta be Beyonce, but you up there looking real stiff. Her Oompa Loompa in the confessional said Samaya ain't there yet. She trying to do too much, and it sounds like a mess. It sounds like Giselle's styling. Yandy, you are so messy. Instead of saying I didn't get to talk to Yandy after the party, after the event, after the alter KK, no, you said after she got punched in the face. You know you love that moment. So Yandy and Kimbella go to lunch, and Kimbella's like, so I get sucker punched? Is that what we're doing? You knew that heifer didn't like you. Yandy said, Kimbella, did you not have on any drawers? I thought I saw that chocha. And ooh, I know you needed some Visine after that. Yandy gonna say, I wasn't sure what I was seeing. Ooh. You said her lady parts were simply unrecognizable. Ooh, shade. Now, I want to know why you don't have any drawers on and have on a tiny dress when you're just going to be around other women. Why, did you just, want to give it some air or something? Let them see? What was that about? You got a man. Ooh, the way Yandy said, I'm sorry that happened. That body language. Yandy, you loved it. All right, so now we've got Samaya showing up for her dancer's rehearsal. And I guess her rehearsal. Oh, Samaya wants b-boys, not ballerinas. Why are you trying to give off such masculine energy? Is Rob Dixon giving you some advice? Rob Dixon? Her Oompa Loompa said, you can't afford b-boys. You better take these heifers that were going to be happy for the $20 Mona Scott Young was going to give them. Oh, she is. She got that Marlowe in her voice. Hey, what are you doing over here? Her Oompa Loompa said, A year ago, she was sleeping in an attic on a dirty mattress. Her ego's out of control. So now Yandy trying to get no-hit Olivia on her side. Ooh, Samaya and her cheap wig are there too. I guess this is Yandy trying to convince the heifers that she's not a shit stirrer, but she is. Child, I can't believe Olivia had enough sense to see it how I saw it, and she said, that heifer had been meaning to beat that butt. Oh, Yandy wants to make sure that the girls are cool with Kim so that she can keep getting her scenes, so you can keep getting your little percentage from this gig. Oh! Samaya invites the girls to her little showcase, and no-hit Olivia says, well, I'm not gonna go because, we're not in a good place. No, you're not gonna go because you're not in a good place because you really can't afford the entrance fee. So now Emily trying to style Samaya, but she just wants to be tacky. Don't worry, be tacky. Boop a boop a boop a boo. She tacky. Boop a boop a boo. Don't worry, she tacky now. Samaya said I want it like a costume, but not like a costume, and I want a hat. The Oompa Loompa was just shaking his head, Oh, God. So we picked out a couple cute dresses for Samaya, but I'm sure she ain't gonna wear them. But now we got Kimbella meeting with Emily. And the way Kimbella said, Fab cheated on Emily with me 3 years ago. Why are you so proud of that? Why are you so proud of being, well, quite frankly, a receptacle for fluids? So Emily asked Kim as they sit down, so tell me, were you his girlfriend or were you just bumping bus? And she said, well, I was a single woman just doing my thing. Oh, okay, so you're no different than all the other strumpets. You're a common tart. And Emily, you're a long-suffering fool, but you're right. She is a common tart. Emily's like, look, I don't care, heifer. You want a mini. And I prefer my tarts from the bakery and not the supermarket. So now we have Yandy, Chrissy, and her mole getting their feet done. So Yandy trying to get Chrissy to say, look, you and your mole were just so drunk, that's why you beat Kimbella. So Yandy is trying to get Chrissy to apologize, and Chrissy's like, don't you bring that heifer around me. And you see, Yandy is their agent, so she gets a little piece of this episode. So she's like, they need to be in every scene possible. Chrissy is over Yandy at this point. She's like, you ain't gonna control me. And low-key, Chrissy really didn't want that heifer on the show. Oh, Lord. So Yandy gonna give Chrissy the daughter-in-law rulebook? For what, girl? So Yandy leave, and Chrissy is completely over her. So we're in some producer's apartment that Samaya is pretending is hers, and she's, I guess you could call this rehearsing, but I call it wasting your time. Okay, Samaya, you're practicing at home because you don't have money for rehearsal space. Y'all are on a shoestring, investor, no label budget. You ain't sold shit. You ain't made shit. So you ain't gonna get shit because you can't pay for shit. So she's screaming at him that he ain't doing enough. He said, okay, well, since you need a new manager, I'll let you be Love under new management, and I'm an exit stage left because you already almost got my butt beat last season anyway. Okay, so now Chrissy gonna go apologize to Emily for whooping Chrissy, but Emily was like, can you please beat her, please? I can't do it. I don't have enough personality or gumption. And Chrissy was like, say no more. Oh, God. They really gonna start talking about Fab changing for Emily now that she's independent? Girl, boom. Then again, we've got Chrissy and her mole who stuck around for Jim Jones and his skid marks for 10 years. Or 15. Child, Samaya talking about she double fired Maurice. No, Maurice got out. He got his coin and he got out because he knew that deal was not gonna go through. Oh, she looks like an absolute fool. I see why he walked away. He's like, I ain't about to be rich dollars. Throw my money away. So it's finally time for the showcase. So we got no-hit Olivia, Chrissy and her mole, Mealy Mouth and Mealy Mouth Emily at the front row of Samaya's showcase. And if your manager isn't there, then the investor isn't there, so what was the point? Oh, and Fish-Eyed Yandy is there too. Child, everybody was like, well, the dancers, they, but my, no. But you know what? This is jealous Olivia talking about it. And I mean, I can't tell. You don't know what's good, so I don't know if you know what's bad. You think December was good? That pitchy shit? White on white, Maserati, candy paint, touch my body, touch my body. Child, Erica Jane had better lyrics. Oh, and she done popped her top button on stage. So she said, shit, I'ma let this pussy breathe while I perform. Samaya said the night was a personal triumph, because it sure wasn't a professional one. So everything's going well, and then they put on the Mama Jones song, and Yandy starts to dance, and Chrissy looks at her like, okay, you think that's funny? You think it's cute? Okay, and Yandy said, look, if I could get a check from Nancy, I'll get a check from Nancy. And Chrissy gonna say, oh, so money's all that matters to you? Well, the only thing that matters to you is holding on to your poor decision and his skid marks. So everybody's got their thing in life. Oh, okay, so now Chrissy's like, do you have another client that makes more money for you? Yeah, she has a couple actually. You're just mad that Jim is falling off and Yandy's getting on. So now Chrissy asking her, well, who you manage? You manage Samaya and Kimbella? And she said, well, I don't know if they're talent, but I manage talent. AKA, are you getting a check for them being on the show? Oh, Yandy said if it was about checks with Jim, I would have been gone a long time ago because them checks getting dry. That's why we on the show now. I don't know how you gonna tell Yandy to leave somebody else's showcase, but okay, Chrissy. I know your mole is sick of you. All right, well, I'll see you soon for the Allegedly show.